Abhyasa Vidyalayam is a school located in Gunadala, Vijayawada. It is a school in the lap of pristine nature, high on the hills. It's a happy environment where children flower beautifully. You see a very young child. He is unmistakably active, and by his very nature, he is using his hands, heart, and head in unison all the time. He is deriving a great natural joy in learning and, in fact, living his life. We at Abhyasa Vidyalayam derive our deepest joy from maintaining that same intensity of engaging the hands, the hearts, and the heads of children in all of their lives and learning at school. Along with the regular syllabus, which we do quite effectively, we also complement that with innumerable activities. Art and craft, one of the most effective ways to develop fine and gross motor skills while combining with the development of deep sensitivity and active thinking, is art and craft. We have both individual and group craft projects where the students have to think individually in parts and then together combine it into a whole complex final product. Needless to say, children derive a great satisfaction and joy while their brains are stretched to the limits. We have a large variety of craft activities: paper craft, paper frames, origami, kirigami, quilling, collage, and many, many more. An important and deep sensibility of direct, precise measurements gets embedded sensorially with the calculations in the brain. Also, children acquire a solid understanding of shapes, lines, angles, figures, and all this happens naturally. These skills also combine with a sense of beauty, of aesthetics, and this also combines with a readiness and joy to do the activity for long periods of time that develops enormous patience and delicacy of the hands, and the mind and the hands combined in purity and perfection. These are the skills that all the children in Abhyasa Vidyalayam do have finally in a very strong way, and this impacts their career in later life. Apart from the few selections in textbooks, children read widely and also listen to stories on a regular basis. We have a well-stocked library. Dramas are done regularly and they start from scratch, selecting stories, making posters, selecting the characters, rehearsing, and finally presenting it. We also have a very unusually beautiful activity called shadow puppetry, which children love to perform. And this is especially useful for those children who are extremely shy, and it helps them to come out of their shells. Kitchen activities combine skills of peeling, cutting, mashing, kneading, and other skills, and also a direct feel for flavors of taste and smell, and children become great cooks. Kitchen activities are a great joy for children because after they prepare the food, they sit together and serve and eat together, and that is a great celebrative activity every week. Projects are essential to concretize the core concepts of science and math, and also develops presentation skills. We give complex projects that challenge the children to do deep study from a variety of sources and finally carry out the project successfully. In primary classes, the maths concepts are brought to real life. For example, we create a real life market where real transactions and calculations happen. Usually maths concepts even in the primary level is very abstract, but we are very careful at Abhyasa Vidyalayam to connect all the concepts of maths to real life. So we have a variety of material like catalogs, calendars, railway timetables, bill books, and ads. And we also have an actual shop with all the goods in it with the prices on it. So this helps the children to directly feel the maths, to see it in real life even when they go out to the real world. We also have a variety of games because while playing games, if a child learns the maths concepts, it is learned in a very highly concrete way and it never becomes abstract and it never ever develops a maths phobia. Expose the children to a variety of works performed usually by skilled labor like cleaning the school, gardening, painting the walls, mason work, carpentry, electrical and other repair works. This makes them appreciate all kinds of professions. In Abhyasa Vidyalayam, we have a profound respect for the child's intelligence, independence and freedom. So, our school is very democratic. After we carry out the elections, where we select leaders on various levels, we conduct regular parliaments where we discuss issues affecting the school and the decision is not taken only by the management but together with the students, teachers and all the leaders. This fosters thinking from the part of the student and also taking responsibility for the school. As part of developing a great social awareness of the world, one of the most effective programs we have in Abhyasa Vidyalayam is Meet the Guest. We do this every month and guests come from a variety of conventional and even unconventional fields. Students get a first-hand understanding of what is the meaning of a career, of a passion, of a dedication to a purpose, and how they could also develop a similar thing in the future for their own lives. One of the most creative and original ideas at Abhyasa Vidyalayam is what we call Sandadi. Sandadi means celebrating with joy. It is a mega event where we showcase songs and dances from all the states of India and even from around the world. This makes the children appreciate the nuances and the beauty and the local flavor of every region of the whole world, and they get deep feelings which can be shared with the whole world. Also, one of the most powerful things we do while preparing for Sandadi is that we keep the buying of things at a barest minimum. All the things that we use for the songs and dances like bangles, earrings, nose rings, combs, hats, dresses, fans, paper pots, dragons, vehicles, background scenes, settings, even invitation cards are completely prepared by students. This is an excuse we take to develop a lot of skills in students: organization skills, group skills, communication skills, preparing for a mega event over a long period of time which requires high levels of planning, and also all the dances and songs are selected and composed by students themselves, rehearsed thoroughly. The seniors sometimes help the juniors. There's a lot of creative give and take, and we believe this is one kind of activity which is so completely a union of the hands, the body, the head and the heart that it could have a huge impact on a later life in a visible and invisible ways. And Sandadi has become actually very popular among the audience also. Every year, audiences who have seen Sandadi once come again and again and again. And they really marvel at the amount of sheer hard work which goes into making those dresses and making the whole day, that whole night, so wonderful and fantastic. So, what are we really doing at Abhyasa Vidyalayam? In an environment where there is no stress, no competition, no comparison, no rewards, and no punishments. What are we really doing? To be active the whole day, months, and decade, to engage the hand and the heart and the head joyfully in combo allows for a great growth and flowering, a development of a natural high intelligence that is uncorrupted and very creative, a deeply embedded feeling that learning and joy are not separate things but are actually one, a retaining of that great energy of the child that is growing, that wants to grow, that needs to grow, that is actually the father of man. This paves for an unusual and innocent development of a natural and sensitive and mature adult. When a career is chosen from the heart, from a passion, from inner calling and innate abilities, where hard work and concrete action feels natural because all that has already been developed with hard work done in school, and creativity and intelligence are linked to pleasure and joy, and this is sustained lifelong. Education is deep and simple if and only if we respect and completely and profoundly accept the child's nature and not touch it, not corrupt it. A child is a being that truly needs, a proper and a deep integration of the hands, the hearts, and the mind.